Hi, I'm Shay Montague. We're here on a nice sunny day in Glasgow, ready to go train at the Griphouse. It's a nice team, been here for ages, one of Scotland's oldest teams, and the best thing is full of sound guys, everyone here is super friendly, always good crack, everyone's got good patter, and there's some fun rounds to be had too. So I'm going to go in, teach a class, and then we're going to roll for an hour and a half, something like that, and then be done for the evening.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist my knee down and try and get my knee to touch the floor. Let's extend my foot. See how this really torques Ross's leg?
I went to school and my mum lived in a little seaside town called Findhorn, which has 500 inhabitants, and most of them are senile. And then my dad grew up in a literal hamlet of in the middle of the woods called Galcantry near Corder, and there was just 6 houses next to each other, a stream, sheep outnumbered people probably by a ratio of 30 to 1. I was lucky there's a gym there that used to be called the Jiu-Jitsu Misfits that's now SBG Moray that's actually really good for such a small place. Growing up there, it's fun as a kid because you could run around and cause chaos outside. I used to fling myself up trees, fling myself down sand dunes and run around and stuff, but as you get older there's not much there, not much exciting, there's just cows and some old people really, everyone kind of leaves at a certain age. But I was lucky that there was such good jiu-jitsu in such an obscure and strange place, what are the odds that there'd be some people that are actually quite good in a town of 20,000 people or less,
5-6 minute rounds, and just stay here for as long as you like. Everybody happy with that? Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
I'd say my jiu-jitsu style is kind of weird and unique. If you watch Rolling or ever seen one of my matches, I'm strangely bendy, and I always have been. So I've kind of built my jiu-jitsu style top and bottom on that. It's built on my attributes, which are different than a lot of jiu-jitsu people's, which is usually they're quite strong, quite fast. Whereas I'm just super bendy, and I've built everything around that. And also I think being isolated from the big jiu-jitsu gyms where somebody's telling you what to do all the time and where you get all the answers, it means I've had to come up with my own answers and my own solutions, and it means that my style's really unique, I think, and it's what makes me exciting to watch. It's unique and built on attacking, and it's what makes it hard for people to beat me, I think.
I've been very lucky in that I get to train with Shay pretty much every day, and that's an education for me. He's able to do things that other people are not able to do, and he combines that with a knowledge of the game, which makes him absolute nightmare. He's the best guy in here, and we have guys here 100 kilos, and he's whooping them, With Diogo, we've seen Pato give him trouble. Shay has the same sort of skill set that could allow him to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if he gave him the same issues that Pato did. Obviously, Diogo's a little bit bigger, has a little bit more experience on his side. He's much physically stronger. But Shay is one of those guys that he's unorthodox. He does stuff that's weird, and I think on any given day he can beat anyone in the world.
I think everybody's jiu-jitsu, whether they realise it or not, is an amalgamation of the people that came before. My jiu-jitsu is so many different people's jiu-jitsu combined with my own flavour. This is kind of, I think all good jiu-jitsu people, they've taken from the people around them, and they've also added their own thing, their own little solutions and stuff, which is what allows them to win. It's like a gym with bad haircuts. It's almost don't let you train here if you look normal. Well, the look happened purely as a joke in lockdown. I kept adding things because I thought it'd be funny because I'd be stuck in the house. So I'll grow a moustache because it'll be funny. I'll bleach my hair because it'll be funny. I'll grow a mullet because it'll be funny. And then everything I grew, wow, that actually looks way better than it did before. And then now I just can't go back. I look at the photos of me with black hair. I'm wow, I used to be quite ugly. So still ugly, but less ugly. So it's an improvement,
She's pretty cool. I feel like you get what you see when you look at Shay. Obviously, you look at him, he looks a bit funky. He's definitely one of a kind. I don't think I've met anybody that's much like him.
Training's always going good. I train twice a day, every day, regardless of if I'm in camp or not. My training never really changes. Closer to competitions, I eat healthier. I go to bed earlier. But the actual training is just consistent my whole life. I enjoy it, and jiu-jitsu is good. It's not like MMA where you're getting punched in the head and you can't hard spar all the time. I can just come in here and spar as hard as I like every day, and I'm always trying to get better too. People that stop trying to get better in jiu-jitsu because they're outside of a tournament, that seems pretty stupid to me. I'm always trying to figure out new problems, try new moves. So yeah, it's going good. It's the same as my life. I'm training hard and excited, I've watched Diogo's matches. I've watched Diogo's matches for years before I even was planning on competing against him. I've learned a lot from watching Diogo's matches over the years, both gi and no gi. I think the guys from Melchior Valve, they have a really good system. You see them, there's a lot of common moves between them, and they do them really well. And it's I've already watched to learn them, and now it's nice to try and figure out solutions to those problems. I think Diogo's really good jiu-jitsu. I think he's really cool. He's somebody I've been a fan of for ages, so it's a really cool match to me. I think it'll be an exciting match, and on bottom he attacks too. He likes to make connections, wrestle up and stuff, which is like fun for scrambles, which is what you want in a match like this. You want scrambles, you know, you want an open match where both people are able to attack submissions, like, and I think the style matchup between us two will create that.
I think like no matter who she's facing, and like you even see when he's rolling in here, it's like non-stop just looking for the finish. Like I think like his submission rate in every competition he does, it's very rare that you actually look at his run and it's not all sub wins that he's got. So I definitely think like he's not the type of guy to go for like a big name and be like, oh, I'm going to play it safe here. I think he's going to come out looking to finish it and look to do what he does.
I think a lot of people think that like I'm just in this match to lose, you know, people that don't really know. I can understand, like I'm from like a part of the world where you don't usually see good jiu-jitsu people, you know, and like I've not been black belt for long, so like you can understand why they say that. The only thing I'd like to do is just prove them wrong. Like they don't have to get into arguments with anyone, you know, like I'm self-confident and I believe in myself, so like all I'm going to do is just go out there and prove everyone wrong, and then they're like, oh wow, I was wrong, and he's actually really good at jiu-jitsu, and I'll be like, yeah, great. Like the perfect goal for me would be beat Diogo Reis and then have who's #1 actually make a title for my weight, which is what, like 56, 57 kilograms, and win that title too. You know, that'd be really cool. That'd be like a big thing for me. That'd be really cool.